With the help of a die cutting machine, you can make lots of fun party favors, and I'm going to show you a little bit of how you can do that in a mass production sort of way. Now you can see here this little party favor. I want to make a bunch of them. I'm having a party and I want to have enough for everyone to have a few mints in this. Now when you think about mass producing, you really need to think about your project and what you need to do for each step. Break it down into steps, and then you're going to do each step, do all of that step, and then move on to the next step. For this one right here, what we're going to do is we're going to start with figuring out how many you are going to need, and then you are going to cut your 12 by 12 paper, and you're going to cut it into in half so that you have 6 by 12 pieces of paper so that those will fit into your machine. Now once you've done all of your cutting, you'll have a stack of 6 by 12 pieces of paper. Now you can see here that I've done some work on the front end, and I have a stack of green things that I have already dyed. So we're going to go ahead and do that step. We've cut our paper, now it's time to do the die cutting. You can see here I've prepared the stand where I'm going to put do all the die cutting. You can see that I have put the die on here and actually attached it with a little bit of Scotch tape. It fits just perfectly right there on the platform, and so that way I can do things more quickly because it won't shift. I'll just be able to put my paper on top and then put my cutting plate on top and make things run pretty quickly here. So I'll feed that through my machine, and then I have another one to add to my pile. One thing that's kind of nice about this die in particular is that it ends up giving you these little half moons for where the handle comes through. You could keep those and use them for some other project. Sometimes you gotta get right underneath the die to pop that out. And when you're doing this, you might want to just do a few at a time or do it over several nights, depending on how many people you have coming to your party. Now once you have done the cuts, you're going to do your folds. This is a great die to use because it is pre-scored so that you don't have to do the scoring yourself. Again, a great time saver. So you'll fold everything, and that goes quickly. If you have kids, they might be able to help you with this as well, unless it's a surprise and you don't want them to know. So you'll fold, 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 fold until everything is ready to go. You can see that on the edge of each of these, there is this tab. This is the tab that adheres everything. So once you've folded everything, you want to take the next step, which is to adhere. And by doing one at a time, your range of motion, you're doing the same thing and you don't have to pick up different things as you do each one. And your final step, once you've done all the gluing, will be to attach the bottom, which is kind of like a little bit of a cereal box. So yeah, she'll do all the gluing, set that aside. Glue, set that aside. You'd be kind of amazed how many you can do all at once if you're just kind of diligent and taking one step at a time. And once you've folded up the bottoms of each of these boxes, you can then have a lot of fun with it, maybe put some extra decoration on them, or if you use patterned paper, you really don't have to do much to it because it looks cute just the way it is. So think about when it's your turn to maybe do something fun for a party, think about the idea of doing it in a mass production way, doing one step at a time so that you can save some time and it'll look great. Now it's your turn to go forth and create.